So 29, we're still factoring, and we've been given the trinomial negative p squared plus 10p minus 16. So question 1, is there a GCF? Well, I don't see a GCF, but you may recall from a couple questions or videos back, we talked about how you don't ever want to start factoring with a negative as your leading coefficient. So even though there isn't a GCF here in this trinomial, let's go ahead and factor out a negative, and that's going to leave us with p squared minus 10p plus 16. So when you take out a negative, you'll notice that the only thing that changes is or are the signs of everything behind it. So we started with a negative p squared, well, it's now positive. A positive 10p is now negative 10p. Negative 16 is now positive 16. And now we can go ahead, move on to question 2. How many terms are there? Well, there are 3 terms. So we know that we can either factor this by the AC method or trial and error or the scissors method. But because the leading term here, our p squared, has a coefficient of 1, this is really going to be a simplified version of AC or a simplified version of scissors, in that we know that we're going to break this p up into p and then p. And now we're looking for factors of 16 that add to give us negative 10. Well, factors of 16 that add to negative 10. How about negative 8 and negative 2? Right, negative 8 times negative 2 gives us positive 16, and negative 8 plus negative 2 gives us negative 10. So there we have it, number 29. And you can see how much of a difference it makes to actually factor out that negative. Try factoring that, or rather just the original trinomial with a leading negative. It's going to be either very difficult, or a lot of times you're not going to be able to do it. So always factor out that leading negative first, and it will make your life a lot easier. So here's our final answer. Negative times the quantity p minus 8 times the quantity p minus 2.